Hi everyone, welcome back to Sri Sampath Vinayaka Learning Easy channel. Now, in this video we are going to discuss about the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay, before going to discuss the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, we are going to discuss about what is a prime number and what is a composite number. Okay, Nama, we know that prime number is the number which is having one and itself as factors. Okay, and composite number is the number which is having 3 or more than 3 factors. Now we are going to discuss some of the examples for prime numbers and composite numbers. See, we know one is neither prime nor composite. See, coming to 2. 2 is having only 2 factors. Those are 1, 2. So, as this 2 is having 1 and itself as factors, 2 is a prime. Coming to 3. 3 is also having 1, 3 as factors. So, 3 is also a prime number. Coming to 4. See, this 4 is having 1, 2, 4 as factors. So, 4 is a composite number. Okay, like that we have to check. We know how to check the primes and how to check the composite numbers. So, once again I am going to revise the definition. Prime number is the number which is having 1 and itself as the factors. Understand? Now, composite number, a number which is having 3 or more than 3 factors. That is clearly mentioned as a number which is having at least 3 factors is known as a composite number. So, according to the discussion, the least composite number is 4 and the least prime number is 2. Okay. Now see, the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. The fundamental theorem of arithmetic means every composite number can be expressed as or factorized as the product of primes, and the factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. Okay, that means every composite number can be expressed as the product of primes. Okay, in a unique way apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. Okay, for example, see 48. We know that 48 is a composite number. Now we are going to express this 48 as the product of primes according to the fundamental theorem of arithmetic definition. So see, 2 2s are 2 4s are 2 12s are, okay, 2 6s are 2 3s are. So see, this can be expressed as 2 power of 4 into 3. Or some may going to start the prime factorization with 3 also. So 3 1s are 3 6s are 2 8s are 2 4s are 2 2s are. So the same 48 can be expressed as 3 into 2 power of 4 also. Okay, see, but the prime factorization is unique. Why? Because in the prime factorization of 48, we have 2 for 4 times and 3 for 1 time. Here also 3 for 1 time, 2 for 4 times. That means the prime factorization is unique apart from the order in which they occur. So this is our fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So this fundamental theorem of arithmetic is used to calculate LCM and HCF of the given numbers. How to find LCM and HCF of the given numbers? Now we are going to discuss. We are going to once discuss how to calculate HCF and LCM by using fundamental theorem of arithmetic. We will discuss. See, the product of the smallest power of each common factors of the given numbers is taken as HCF. Okay, and the product of the greatest power of each prime factors of the numbers is considered as LCM. By discussing these two with an example, you can understand easily. So let us suppose we are going to calculate LCM and HCF of 36 and 48. Firstly, we have to prime factorize the given numbers. 36. So see, 2 1s are 2 8s are 2 9s are 3 3s are. So 36 can be expressed as 2 square into 3 square. Similarly, 48 is also going to be expressed as 2 2s are 2 4s are 2 1s are 2 2s are 2 6s are again 2 3s are. Okay, this 48 is going to be expressed as 2 cube into 3. Okay, these are the prime factorized values of 36 and 48. Now see, according to the definition of HCF, okay, to calculate HCF of 36 comma 48, I have to write the product of the smallest power of each common prime factors. What are the common prime factors here? 2 and 3 both are common prime factors only. So that is, I have to write the least power of or the smallest power of each common factor. Okay, see ma, 2 is a common factor. What is the smallest power for this 2? This 2 ma, 2 square. And 3 is also a common factor. What is the smallest power of this 3 ma? 1. Okay, so 3 power 1. The product of these two is considered as HCF, that is 4 into 3, 12. Now coming to LCM. This LCM of 36 comma 48 is going to be expressed as the product of the greatest power of each prime factor of the numbers. Each prime factor, how many different prime factors here we are having ma? 2, 3. Now we have to write its greatest powers. 2 is having its greatest power as 3 and 3 is having its greatest power as 2 ma. So that is why 2 cube into 3 square, that is 8 into 9, that is equal to 72. Okay, now like this we are going to calculate the LCM and HCF of the given numbers by using fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Now we will discuss the same with another example. See ma, x is equal to, let us suppose 2 into 3 cube into 5 into 7, and let us suppose y is equal to 2 square into 3 square into 5 cube into 11. Okay, now we are going to calculate the LCM and HCF of this x and y. HCF, SEMA, HCF of x comma y. As we discussed, I have to write the common factors first. SEMA, what are the common factors? 2, 3, 5, that's it. So I have to write the common factors in the product form and I have to assign its smallest power. See ma, 2 is a common factor now. What is the smallest power of 2 in these two numbers ma? 1. And coming to this, 3 is a common factor. What is the smallest power here? 2. And 5 is a common factor. What is its smallest power ma? 1. So this 2 into 3 square into 5 is known as the HCF of this x and y ma. Coming to this LCM, we have to write all the factors in the product form, that is 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 11, and I have to assign its greatest powers to the prime factors. See ma, for this 2 the greatest power is 2, for this 3 the greatest power is 3, for this 5 the greatest power is 3, for this 7 1, for this 11 1. So this is LCM. Okay, let us take one more example ma. P is equal to 2 into 3, Q is equal to 5 into 7. See, if I want to calculate the HCF of P comma Q, okay, here there is no common factor for this P and Q. Then if there is no common factor for the given numbers, then that P and Q are having its HCF as 1 ma. Okay, then those two numbers are said to be co-primes ma. Okay na? If the HCF of any two numbers is 1, we know that the numbers are known as co-primes. Understand ma? See ma, example 4. Find the HCF and LCM of 12 and 18 by prime factorization method he asked. For that, see, firstly you have to prime factorize the 12 ma. So 12 means we know that 2 6 are 2 3s are. That means 12 is expressed as 2 square into 3. And this 18 is going to be expressed as 2 9s are 3 3s are 1. That means 18 can be expressed as 2 into 3 square. HCF means I already told you to write the common factors in the product form. The common factors here are 2 comma 3. So we have to write them in the product form and we have to assign its least powers. So see ma, for 2 what is the least power ma? 1. Okay, for 3 the least power is also 1. So 2 3s are 6 is our required HCF. Okay, now for calculating LCM we have to write the LCM of 12 comma 18 is going to be the product of all the factors. Okay, now here we are having only 2, 3 as factors, and we have to assign its greatest powers. For 2 the greatest power is 2, for 3 the greatest power is 2. So 4 into 9, 36. This 36 is our LCM, product of the numbers. See, product of the numbers means that is 12 into 18. So 18 2s are 36, we know 3, 18 1s are 18 and that 3, 21, 216. Product of LCM and HCF is equal to, okay, LCM is 36, HCF is 6. Okay, this is also 216. That means the product of the two numbers is equivalent to the product of HCF and LCM. So this is the note point. Note we have to write. This is a very, very important note. So product of the numbers is equal to LCM into HCF. Okay, this is the note point we have to remember. Now see, we are going to discuss the relation between LCM and HCF of the two numbers. Okay, and also we are going to discuss the LCM and HCF of three numbers. Okay, as we discussed earlier, two numbers A comma B equal to LCM of A comma B into HCF of A comma B. Understand, ma? That is A into B is equal to LCM of A comma B into HCF of A comma B we have to write. So this is the very important relation between the given numbers A comma B and their LCM and HCF. Okay. Now from this, if I want to calculate the LCM of the given numbers, then I have to write the product of the two numbers by HCF of the two numbers. Okay. Similarly, if I want to calculate HCF of the two numbers, then I have to divide the product of the two numbers by with LCM of the two numbers. Okay, similarly, to obtain one of the numbers A, then I have to divide the product of LCM of the numbers A comma B and HCF of the numbers A comma B with another number B. Similarly, for B is equal to LCM of A comma B into HCF of A comma B whole by A. Okay, these are the four important relations between LCM, HCF and the given two numbers. Okay, sometimes he is going to give you LCM, HCF and one of the number, and he is going to ask you to calculate the other number. Then you may use any of these two formulas. And sometimes he is going to give you the two numbers and LCM or HCF. Then he is going to ask you the rest. Then you have to use these two formulas, any of these two formulas. Understand, ma? See, ma? Find the HCF and LCM of 672 and 120 by using the prime factorization method. For that, just we are going to prime factorize 672 and 120. So 6 is expressed as 2 into 3, 72 is going to be expressed as 2 cube into 3 square, and 120 is going to be expressed as 2 cube into 3 into 5. Now see, ma, HCF means we already discussed that for finding out the HCF of the given numbers, we have to write the common factors in product form. Here the common factors are 2 and 3. I have to write them in the product form. Then after I am going to assign its least powers. So the least power of 2 here is 1. The least power of 3 here is 1. So 2 into 3 is equal to 6 is our HCF. Coming to the LCM, I have to write all the factors in product form. that is 2 into 3 into 5 I am having as the different factors here. So I have to write them in the product form and I have to assign its greatest powers. So in 2 the greatest power is 3. For 3 the greatest power is 2. For 5 the greatest power is 1. So here it is Seema. 8 9 ja 72. 72 5 ja 360 ma. The product of 672 120 is 51,840 ma, and that is not equal to the HCF Seema. 6 into 360 in bracket right is equal to 2160 ma. Okay, that is product of the numbers is not equal to LCM into HCF ma. Understand? We have to remember this. Okay, by this we are going to derive the relation between the three numbers A, B, C and their product of LCM and HCF. So by the above, so HCF of PQR into LCM of PQR is not equal to the product of numbers PQR. Okay, so actually LCM of PQR, that means LCM of the three numbers is equal to P into Q into R into HCF of that PQR whole by HCF of PQ, HCF of QR, HCF of R and P ma. Okay, similarly HCF of PQR, then that is equivalent to product of PQR into LCM of PQR whole by LCM of PQ into LCM of QR into LCM of PR ma. Okay, this is the relation between the three given numbers PQR and their LCM and HCF ma. I hope you understand this. Now Seema, we will discuss a very important concept, that is whether the given number is having zeros in its expansion or not. How to check an exponential value, that is something power of n, is having zeros in its expansion or not, we will discuss now ma. That is, firstly we have to prime factorize the given number. For example, see 6 power of n is given to us. Now we have to check for any value of n whether it is going to have 0 in its expansion or not, we have to check. For that Seema, we have to just remember one thing. The product of the prime factors 2 and 5 gives 10. That means if we have 2 and 5 in the expansion, then that produces 1 0. Let us suppose if we have, let us suppose we have 2 square into 5 square in the expansion, then it is going to produce 2 zeros in its expansion. Okay, let us suppose I have 2 cube into 5 cube, then it is going to produce 3 zeros in its expansion. That means whether any exponential value is going to end with a digit 0 or not, going to be observed by whether it is having a pair of the prime factors 2 and 5 or not. Okay, so here he asked us to check whether this 6 power of n is going to end with the digit 0 or not. Then just I have to prime factorize this 6 ma. So that is 2 into 3 whole power of n. So once observe the prime factorization here. Is it having the pair of 2 and 5 here? No. So that is why it is not going to end with the digit 0. Let us suppose if it is going to have the pair of prime factors 2 and 5, then it definitely ends with the digit 0. For example, Seema, 2 square into 5 into 3 whole power of n. Okay na? Is this ends with the digit 0? Yes ma. Why means, see, in the prime factorization of this, I have one pair of 2 and 5. So it definitely ends with the digit 0. Okay. So like this we have to conclude. Okay. Now tell me, is this 6 power of n ends with the digit 0 for any value of n? Its answer is no, because in the prime factorization of 6, there is no pair of 2 and 5. So it never ends with the digit 0. That we have to write. In the prime factorization of 6 power of n, there is no pair of 2 and 5. So it never ends with the digit 0. Okay, now see this one, it ends with the digit 0 because it has a pair of 2 and 5. Understand ma? The number of pairs of 2 and 5 indicates the number of zeros ma. Here we have only one pair of 2 and 5. So it ends with 1 0. Understand ma? Now see ma, example 3. Consider the numbers 4 power of n where n is a natural number and he asks us to check whether there is any value of n for which 4 power of n ends with the digit 0. For that I asked you to do one thing. What is that ma? Just you have to prime factorize the value 4, that is 2 square power of n. Okay, now just you have to observe, is there a pair of 2 and 5 in the prime factorization of the number or not? So here the prime factorization of 4 is having only 2's. So there is no pair of 2 and 5. So it definitely not going to terminate with the digit 0. That we have to write now. Okay na? As the prime factorization of 4 power of n not has a pair of 2 and 5, it never ends with the digit 0 for any value of n. Okay, this is our conclusion now. Just see, 4 power of n means 2 square whole power of n. In the prime factorization of this 4, there is no pair of 2 and 5. That indicates it never ends with the digit 0 for any value of the n. Okay na ma? See ma, do this. Express 2310 as product of prime factors he asked. So just you have to prime factorize the 2310. Start with the prime number 2 ma. 2 1155 is a 2310. 3 385 is a 577 is a 711 is a. So 2310 is going to be expressed as 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 11. Firstly, you have to prime factorize this 120 ma. 260 is a 230 is a 215 is a 35 is a. Similarly, this 90 ma. 245 is a. Okay na? 3 1 is a 3 5 is a. Okay, again 3 5 is a. Now just prime factorize it now. Just 120 as 2 cube into 3 into 5 and 90 as 2 into 3 square into 5. As we discussed, HCF of 120 comma 90. HCF means we already discussed that we have to write all the common factors in product form. Here the common factors are 2, 3, 5. Then we have to assign its least powers. Okay, the least powers for 2 is 1, for 3 is 1, for 5 is 1. So 2 3 is a 6, 6 5 is a 30. So that is our HCF. For LCM, I have to write all the factors in product form. Again the factors are 2, 3, 5 and we have to assign its greatest powers now. Okay, so 2 cube means 8, 8 5 is a 40, 49 is a 360. So its LCM is 360. Okay, now similarly, SEMA, we are going to solve 50 and 60 mark. 50 means 2 25s are 5 5s are. So 50 can be expressed as 2 into 5 square. And coming to 60, 2 30s are, 2 15s are, 3 5s are. So this 60 can be expressed as 2 square into 3 into 5. So HCF of 50 comma 60 is equal to, now I have to write the common factors in product form. Here the common factors are 2 and 5. So I have to assign its least powers. So 2 power 1, 5 power 1, that is HCF is 10. For LCM, I have to write all the factors in product form. Here all the factors means 2, 3, 5. Now I have to assign its greatest powers. For 2 the greatest power is 2, for 3 1 power 5 square. Okay now. So see ma, 25 4s are 100, 100 into 3, 300. 300 is our LCM. Similarly, 37 means it is a prime number we know. So 37 is going to be expressed as 37 only. 49 means we know 7 into 7. Okay, now here HCF is C. 37 comma 49. HCF of 37 comma 49 is 1. Why? Because there is no common factor for 37 and 49. LCM. And this LCM is going to be the product of all the different factors. That is 37 into 7 square. Okay. That is our LCM. Understand? Sima, try this. 3 is a prime number. So we need not to prime factorize that. So 3 power of n only. So this 4 can be expressed as 2 square power of m. So Sima, 3 power of n into 2 power of 2m. Now once check. Is there any pair of 2 and 5 in the prime factorization of the given number or not? So here there is no pair of 2 and 5. So it never ends with the digit 0. And also to end the given number with the digit 0, we have to check whether the prime factorization is having 5 or not. Okay. Again in the prime factorization of this there is no 5. So it never ends with the digit 5. Okay. That only we are going to write as conclusion mark. In the prime factorization, there is no pair of 2 and 5, so it never ends with digit 0. Also in the prime factorization, there is no 5. So it is not terminates. Or ends. With the digit 5. Okay Nama, I hope you understand this. We will continue the exercise in the next video.